And I was like, God, please let this light be burn for my session, no. And now
Yeah.
it's still on. This is 7:39. I just pray that anyway, Sha, there's an alternative light, but I don't know how long that can stay for.
Let's just trust God that it's gonna stay for long.
Amen. Amen.
I don't know. Oh my God. But we can't go live without her setting up. Oh my God.
But there's no way you can do from your end, like in case of next time.
Yeah, probably maybe next time. But right now she's the
We're
host,
live
so
already. We're live
is
already.
that?
We're live already. I can see it from my end that we
Oh,
are
okay.
live.
Let me confirm that. Okay, yes, we are. We are. We are live.
Are we still waiting for her?
No, we're not.
Okay, it looks like your screen is frozen. Like your video is frozen.
Oh, you can't see me.
I can see you, but it's just stuck.
Okay, is it better now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, sorry, I minimized. So we are now officially live. So, all right. Oh, okay. Let's just wait a little bit so that more persons can join. Okay, if you are with me, can you just drop something on the comments? We're getting started already. All right, if you're with me, I can see that six persons have joined. Okay, good evening, Jane. It's nice to have you here. Can we just keep the greetings coming? Where are you? What's your name? And where are you joining us from?
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Kristen. Good evening, Jane.
Okay.
Olajumoke.
All right, I can see the greetings. I can see the greetings. Please keep it coming. Please share the link and let everybody know that we are live. Kindly share the link and let everyone know we are live. We're starting already so that we don't waste more time than we already have. So sorry for the delays one more time. We just had, Nigerian issues. So please bear with us. We just had a little bit of delays and we are starting right now. So good evening one more time. I trust we all had a great time, whether in church. I'm sure most of us here are Christians, or if you're not a Christian, however you spent your Sunday, I hope it went well. All right, so good evening once again, and we're excited to have our fourth session for the Becoming More conference. If you can remember, if you were here for the very first session we had when Ms. Tolu Akemi spoke about how to become a better version of you, do we remember that subject? And there was a formula she gave us. Can we just highlight that so that we can refresh our memory before we get ahead with today's conversation? Can I see that if you were here? during the first session we had. Do you remember the acronym DPA, CE? Okay, while we are dropping that in, so remember to engage in the chats, right, while the session is going on. As the session is going on, please and please drop your questions. We'll take them immediately after the session, right, so that we don't have, so that there's order, right? So please take note of your questions. Today's session is going to be very, very, very enlightening and powerful. Me, myself, just like Mr. Luakemi is saying, she has carried a pen, she has carried a paper. I am also here with my own writing material. So please, I hope you are joining us with your materials as well. Right. So just so that we don't waste more time, I'm very excited that we're having Miss Dumomi. I went through, when Mr. Luakemi approved the speakers, I went to check all the speakers, and I was fascinated. Before I read her bio, even as we begin, I was fascinated. Of course, is that the word? Yeah, that's the word. I was fascinated at how someone can be young, a medical student, a thriving business owner. There are businesses that people do to survive, but this one, she has a global brand. She's a content creator. She coaches people and all of that as one person. Come on now. Can you put some emojis there to celebrate our guest even before she comes up? Can you put some drum rolls, drum rolls, drum rolls? All right. So let's not forget why we are having the Becoming More conference. It's a purpose driven personal growth and transformation conference designed to help every one of us here intentionally evolve into better versions of ourselves, spiritually, personally, and even professionally. So we are not leaving any aspects of your life untouched. We are touching every area from the inside out. Do you see that? So this conference is built on the singular understanding that growth is not accidental. So if you would agree with me, you don't jump into growth. You don't know, it's intentional. So that's why we're having these sessions, so that we can get our minds enlightened. Do you understand? So this conference creates a structured environment. So not just, even after the sessions we're having, we have a community where we can engage, where we can follow up on your growth. Do you understand that? So it creates a structured environment where participants can pause, reflect, realign, and receive practical tools, not just motivation now, right? So this is why we are here. So over the next few weeks, this is our fourth session, and I think after the session, we have three more sessions, powerful sessions to go. So please stay glued in the groups. So right about now, I'm just going to read the brief bio of our guest this evening. Now, this bio, I can assure you, I don't think there's any bio that can successfully captured the impact that she has made, the work that she has done. But we're just going to have this so that we can get to know her a little bit, and then she comes up. Are we ready? Can I get the emoji? If you are ready, can you just type "I am ready"? Let me see that. Can you just type that "I am ready" so that I can know we are on the same page? Okay, is anybody with me? Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Please, I want to see your excitement this evening. Good. Sheun says she's ready. Who else is ready? So please, while you're dropping that, let me read our bio. So Dunmomi Durojaiye is an inspiring and multifaceted individual who proficiently integrates our medical studies with a commitment to empowering others. As a fifth-year medical student at Obafemi Awolowo University, she operates under the conviction that every individual possesses a distinctive potential destined to positively influence the world. This core belief motivates Dumomi to dedicate her efforts to assisting individuals in discovering and manifesting their potential through various avenues, including our enterprise, the Elio brand, our YouTube channel, our podcast show, and our general lifestyle. Isn't that amazing? Ms. Durojaiye is the visionary founder of the Elio brand. Like I said, it's not a surviving or a survivor's business. An e-commerce merchandise store specializing in the creation of customized items designed to foster self-awareness and belief in one's convictions and realities. The brand's wearable and ownable products enable individuals to confidently express their uniqueness. Our best selling products, which we created ourselves, the Doings Notepad. When I saw that online, I was like, I love the word the doings. It's giving, right? Is a thoughtfully engineered notepad aimed at enhancing user productivity and efficiency. In under 3 years of operation, our business has catered to over 2,000 clients across 9 nations globally. Please, can you keep celebrating her? Her distinction in entrepreneurship was formally acknowledged when she was named one of the top 100 women in business and e-commerce by Bumper during the 2023 International Women's Day commemoration. And she was the recipient of the Nigeria 25 Under 25 Award in the e-commerce category. She has subsequently received nominations for other awards recognizing excellence in the business sector. Please keep clapping. To facilitate the replication of this success among other business owners, she initiated a webinar series, Doing Business God's Way. So she didn't just end with having a very successful brand, but she's out there helping other business owners, designed to assist entrepreneurs in establishing enduring businesses, even those commenced during their time as students. Dunmomi is also an author, having independently published her first book, Transformed. This book chronicles a personal narrative of spiritual renewal through divine scripture while providing guidance to readers on initiating their own transformation and achieving sustainable change as believers. As a staunch advocate for the pivotal role of mental renewal in individual transformation, she recently inaugurated a personal development organization, the Locked In Headquarters. This platform furnishes individuals with essential tools, resources, and the necessary paradigm shifts to accommodate greatness. And we're having our year. Isn't that amazing? When our focus is not directed toward academic pursuits or entrepreneurial endeavors, Ms. Durojaiye channels her drive and ingenuity into undertaking leadership roles, producing content for her YouTube channel, and managing social media platforms. Furthermore, she is deeply committed to educating others on self improvement, thereby fulfilling our mission to inspire personal development and transformation. Finally, Dumomi's trajectory exemplifies a life characterized by intentionality, conviction, and service, establishing her as a source of hope and inspiration for a wide audience. Ladies and gentlemen, please with a clapping ovation. Since we cannot hear you clap, since we cannot hear you shout, can we please make welcome our guest? Please let's keep clapping as she's coming in. Please let's keep the clapping coming in. Okay, just a minute. Just a minute, and she will join us very soon. Okay, we're just having a slight technical issue. She will join us very soon. So while we are waiting for her to join us, please, what are your expectations for this evening? Now, this evening, we are talking about, or our guest is going to be telling us about the power of self leadership. The power of self leadership. So while she's coming up, I just want to hear from you, right? What's the word? What do you understand by self leadership, or how have you applied self leadership in your own life? Can you share with me? Can we share with each other? So before she comes up and tell us her own experience, her own journey, how she has been able to manage herself to ensure that she is impactful and she's achieving all the indelible results she is. Can you just give us briefly what do you understand by self leadership? Or what are your expectations for tonight's conversation? What do you hope to go home with whilst we are waiting for our. Okay, I'm waiting. Okay, are we there? What are your expectations? What do you hope to take home when it comes to the aspect of self leadership? Whilst we are waiting for our guests to join us in the next few minutes. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, I'm waiting for our responses. Open to, I didn't get that at Shim. Open to, can you complete that? What are you open to, or what are your expectations for tonight when it comes to the concept of self leadership? So, for me, I think one of the things that I'm looking forward to learning is how to, okay, Miss Toll said, I'm looking forward to learning strategies that would help me in how to better manage myself as a person. So she says, I'm looking forward to learning strategies that would help me in how to better manage myself as a person. Beautiful. Sheon says, open to be able to learn how to effectively lead myself to be self disciplined and to execute tasks efficiently and excellently. Awesome. Can we keep it coming? When it comes to the aspects of self leadership, let me ask the question this way. In what areas have you been struggling with? You know, growth starts from yourself. Oh, beautiful. Our guest is here. Oh, okay. She's coming. She's coming. She's coming. She's coming. Can we celebrate? Can we celebrate? Okay, welcome, Mara. So sorry for the delay. So you can have the floor now.
Hello, everybody. If you can hear me clearly, please let me know in the chat box. I really appreciate if we are active audience this night. Thank you so much for the recitation that you read. Even though like there's a bit of an update, I am now in my final year in medical school to the glory of God. So thank you everyone. Thank you everyone. I trust that we have had a lovely day. Not to waste any much of our time, I hope that we are with our writing pads and we are ready to learn. So I will just go on to present. I'll just go on to present, and if you can see my screen, let me know. If you can see my screen, let me know. Juliet, can I hear from you? Can you see my screen? I just want to know if you can see my screen, please, so that I will go ahead to continue. Oh, you're not seeing my screen. I think the host is supposed to um um Okay, good evening once again. We are still not seeing my screen. I really do not know why, but I think I will just go ahead to like speak. But from here, it's showing that it is sharing a window. So I don't know, maybe there's something that needs to be done at the back end. So good evening once again. I really do not want to waste much of our time. I'm really excited to be here. I think it's an opportunity for me to share my story. My name is Dunmomi Durojaiye, and to the glory of God, I am currently a final year medical student. I mean, there's a lot to me that sometimes I don't even like talking about, but God has helped me. God has helped me this far. And I will also say that I discovered the power of self leadership early, and it has been a significant part of my journey up until now. I- In 2020, I stumbled upon the concept of personal development. Prior to that time, I always knew that there was more to me, right? I always knew that there is so much that I can do, but I did not know how to. But 2020, all of us were at home. I had a lot of time to read books. I had a lot of time to feast on resources, and there was this activation intensive by DDK too. I think that really opened me up to personal development, and I then saw the power of self-leadership, and I took it upon myself to like say that, oh yes, I must know how to lead myself. And to be very honest, I'll put it to you, I am not perfect yet. I don't have everything in check. I don't have everything settled. I am still trying to get better every single day. And this is the mindset that every single one of us should have. So, what does self leadership actually mean? It's self explanatory, right? Leading yourself, right? Self leadership means leading the only person you can never delegate, you can never replace, you can never escape. You can run away from other responsibilities, you can delegate other responsibilities, you can say that, okay, oh, today I'm choosing to do this instead of that. But when it comes to yourself, you are the only you, right? You cannot delegate your life to another person, you cannot escape living your life. I am of the opinion of the fact that whatever you sow is what you shall reap. So what you put into your life, the activities you do right now on a daily basis is what you are going to see in the future. So leading yourself is leading the only person that you can never delegate, you can never escape, and you can never replace. A lot of us, this is supposed to be a question, but I will go ahead to conclude. A lot of us, we do this thing that is very, very detrimental to our health, our lives, right? We wait for someone to tell us what to do, even though we already know what to do. Am I lying? Am I lying? A lot of us, we wait for somebody to just push us to do something, even though we know that that's what we are supposed to be doing. For example, you know that, okay, you are supposed to read books, but you will wait until maybe a social media influencer talks about the book, and you now be like, oh, yes, this person read this book, so I think I should read it too. But before that person talked about it, you knew that you were supposed to read that book, because of course that's like the stage of growth you are in, and that those are the kind of resources you are feasting on. A lot of us do not know how to lead ourselves, and that is the problem. I think that that is why the world is the way it is. There is a wide gap between those who have mastered self leadership and those who haven't. The people that are high up there is not exactly by chance, it's not exactly by luck. They have a high degree, a high level of self leadership. If you see people achieving what you think that you cannot achieve, or if you see people achieving stuff and you be like, I should be able to do this too, most of the time the difference between both of you is self leadership. These people, they know what to do and they do it, but you know what to do but you don't do it, right? So that's the power of self leadership right there. So self leadership, it encompasses a lot, but it is the capacity to influence your own thinking, your own emotions, your own actions before anyone else can. So you are able to say that whatever I think is my own thoughts. You're not being influenced by outside world. See, a lot of us, we wait until others take action before we take those actions, and that is not the way it is. I live on a philosophy that I am responsible for my life. Nobody is coming to save me. Yes, I've seen this tweet around that, nobody is coming to save me care. I have my mommy, or Jesus died on the cross, or something, 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 or I have family and friends. See, yes, the only person that will come to save you has already come, and that's Jesus Christ. He has done his part. You have your own part to play. Like a lot of us, we delegate to God what we are supposed to be doing, and that's very wrong. Even God will be looking at us and be like, ah, this my child, right? So for self leadership, you influence your own thinking. Like, you think your own thoughts, you own your thoughts. You be like, this is what I should be doing and I will do it. This is what I should be thinking and I will do it. You own your emotions. There's this thing they do, aura for aura. They do aura for aura, but that's not how we're supposed to be. Somebody else's action should not determine somebody else's action should not determine your action, right? What do I mean? Somebody is angry at you, right? And you now say that you are going to be angry at that person. Meanwhile, anger is not supposed to be your response. Your response is supposed to be like love, or just do you, right? You should not change your emotions or change your personality because of another person. Then actions, you should own your own actions. There's this thing that we used to do in secondary school. Somebody is going to go and buy something. You didn't plan to buy it though, but because that person is going there, or that person is doing that thing, you will now follow them and go there. We have passed that stage. We have passed secondary school level. It is our time to take responsibility for our own lives. So what are you telling yourself in your mind? What is the narrative that you run? Your internal dialogue is your first report card. What are you telling yourself? What are you telling yourself about yourself? See, some people have already told themselves that, oh, I'm not smart, I'm not intelligent, I can never be able to do what this person is doing, or I can never be able to make it. That person is already telling the story of their lives. I mean, it might not be true, but because of the way they are saying it, it will become true. So what I want to audit the stories that you tell yourself. I believe with everything in me that I am more than I am currently am. So because I believe with every fiber of my being that I can always be more. I am always looking for ways to be more. So you remove what does not serve you, you place it back. What are you actually telling yourself on a daily basis? Are you telling yourself you are not smart? Are you telling yourself that you don't have the capacity? Tell yourself what you want to see. This concept of fake it till you make it is a it's true to some extent, right? But it's not in the essence of just lying. But you want to speak what you want to see in your life, right? So you want to take control of your life in your mind, in your heart, and in the things that you choose to do. That's what I said about your thinking, your emotions, and your actions, right? Your heart. How do you feel towards people? What are the emotions that you experience most often? You want to search with it, you want to sit with yourself. And this is why I won't say I am sad for our generation, but a lot of people don't know how to sit by themselves. They are just sit by themselves, to journal, to just be quiet, and think about what is happening within them. Everybody is on social media 247. If they are not on social media, they are chatting with somebody. They're just busy. Your mind is just busy. But if you don't measure what's happening with you, there's no way it can become better. So you want to sit with yourself. Do I feel angry a lot of the time? What exactly is making me angry? Am I angry because this person is angry, or am I jealous because this person is jealous? You want to own your emotions. You want to be like, okay, oh, this is how I actually am, and this is what I can do to change it. So the other thing that I want to talk about is the actions that you choose. See, everything you do, every single action you make is a daily vote for the person you are trying to become, right? Everything you do. So if you are constantly feasting on resources to better yourself, you are voting on yourself to become a better person. However, if you are maybe just whiling away time, procrastinating, it's going to be a wasted life at the end of the day. And by the time you wake up, you will just realize that time has gone, right? So you want to show up. You want to do the things that you have promised yourself to do. I see discipline as keeping the promise I made to myself. So if I am not disciplined enough, that means I don't rate myself. Because if I am keeping promises to other people, yeah, it makes me look good on the outside. But if I'm not keeping the promises I made to myself, I say, okay, I will start exercising, or I will start journaling, and I don't do that, it means I don't rate myself. It means that somehow I believe that I cannot achieve what I want to achieve, by those actions. So you want to um start to keep promises that you make to yourself. You say you will do this, and then you actually do it. And another thing you can do is you can put systems in place to help you to achieve those things. Then you also want to make a habit of showing up, especially when no one is watching. I really hope that we are jotting things down, because I'm actually going to be unpacking a lot within that, the short time I have. So the three domains of self leadership are your mind, your heart, your will. That's your actions. Your mind, what are you thinking about? Your heart, what are your emotions like? How are you feeling? Then your will, what are the things that you are actually doing, right? So there are five pillars of self leadership, and I am going to be breaking those pillars one by one. So these pillars will help you to build your inner architecture, and then you just understand how these things work. So the first thing on the framework is radical self-awareness, then visions and values alignment, then discipline over motivation, accountability without blame. I really wish you could see my screen. Then continuous reinvention, which is my best pillar. So the first pillar of self leadership is self awareness. You cannot develop yourself or lead yourself if you don't know who you are. You cannot lead what you don't understand. You need to understand who exactly you are. You need to understand where you are at and where you are going. A lot of people think that they are self aware, but to be honest, a majority of people are not. A lot of people, they imbibe what they see around them. They just take in what happens in their environment, and that's not supposed to be the case. You're supposed to sit down by yourself, think of yourself as an individual, ask yourself each morning, who do I need to be today for where I want to go? Of course, first of all, you need to know where you are at the moment, and now know where exactly you are going to. Then you now see that, okay, what's the difference between where I am and where I'm going to? And then who must I become for where I am going to? Say, for example, I'm a medical student today, and I want to be okay. Let's say that I'm in secondary school. Now, this is just a very, very basic example. I'm in secondary school and I want to become a medical doctor. I will think I was so where I'm in secondary school. Where do I want to be? Where am I going to? I want to become a medical doctor. Who do I need to become that medical doctor? I think I first need to go to university to enter medical school, and then just enter medical school. Okay, my screen is showing now. Enter medical school and just, you know become that person that studies medicine, and becomes a medical doctor. So it's it's you have to sit down with yourself and ask, who do I need to be today to get to where I want to go? Write it. Let it gauge your actions, your decisions, everything. Then you also want to know your triggers. What are the things that make you happy? What are the things that make you sad? What are the things that make you do the things that you don't want to do? What are the things that make you not to do the things that you're supposed to do? For example, for example, you have told yourself that you're going to read your Bible today. Then all of a sudden one of your friends come, and before you know it, you're chatting away for like 5 hours, 6 hours, and you have forgotten that you wanted to read your Bible, right? You want to know your triggers. You want to know that, okay, oh, now that this friend is here, there's a high probability that I might not read my Bible. So I will time their presence. Maybe after 1 hour, they will go. And then if they can come back after I'm done reading my Bible, fine, right? So you want to be very, very self-aware so that you know your triggers, you understand your default reactions under pressure. You want to know what you think, what like your reactions are when failure arises. You will now assess yourself. Is it a good reaction, or is it a bad reaction? Do I want to change this reaction? Right? You have to name them so that you can deal with them. Again, you cannot lead what you don't know. You cannot lead what you cannot see. So another thing, another way you can become very self-aware is to map your blind spots. What do I mean? Be open to feedback. This is where a lot of us mess up. We take feedback as, oh, this person does not like me, oh, this person is a sadist, oh, why must they always talk? But I feel like a very, very good approach to personal development and self-leadership is seeking feedback. I know I used to run away from feedback too. I used to run away from feedback because, I mean, nobody wants to hear that, oh, they didn't do so well in something that they have put so much energy and time in. But I have learned that that's the only way to improve. You will go back to ask, how did I do? What do you think I could have done better? Right? What are the resources I can feast on to ensure that maybe a mistake I made doesn't repeat itself? So please, in all you do, just seek feedback ruthlessly. Is it in writing? Ask somebody that is better than you. How am I doing? You know, what can I do better? What do you think I can improve upon? May the Lord help us. So the next pillar is vision and values alignment. First of all, how many of us have a vision that we are running with? Some of us just wake up every single day and we don't have vision. See, a leader or somebody without a vision is just somebody with a schedule. Like, you're just waking up and you're just waking up and living life, and that way whatever life brings to you, you are going to take it like that. But somebody with a vision, they wake up every day with something that is pursuing them. They know what exactly that they are doing, and they know the things that, they can get involved in, and the thing that is none of their business. So I would encourage us today. Okay, my slide is not moving. I don't know. Okay, I would encourage us today to have a vision for our lives. Who who would we like to become in the future, right? What does your dream life look like? And what are the things that you need to do to get there to achieve it? So I want us to take an audit of our lives. What are the things that we find ourselves doing the most? What are the things that we spend our money on the most? Because, I mean, money and time, they are the reflection of our vision and values, right? So you have to audit your values. So you want to see, what exactly am I living for every day? Or okay, I think you want to ask yourself first that, what are the things that I would like to live for? Some people might want to live for integrity, growth, accountability, all those value things, courage, impact, and everything. And then you now check your life now that, okay, well, based on the things I am doing currently, does this does the way I'm living currently, does it align with the values I want? So please, you want to state your vision, you want to have a succinct vision for your life, you want to, and then you now want to see the values that you are living on, whether it reflects that vision. Because if your vision and your values don't align, you are just running a, let's say, a rat race, a race that will not have a finish line. Because you, if your vision and your values don't align, you can never ever get to the finish line. So the next thing is discipline over motivation. One important aspect of self leadership is actually discipline, right? A lot of us, we give ourselves excuses. There was one time I had to paste on my wall that um excuses will not get you the results that you want, because it actually wouldn't. Yes, most of the time we wait for motivation. Motivation is just a mood, right? Motivation just lasts for some time and then it wanes off. But if you are given to discipline, no matter what, you would do what you're supposed to do. So become a disciplined individual today. And as I've explained earlier, discipline is the art of keeping the promise that you made to yourself. And see it as, if you don't keep those promises, that means you really don't rate yourself, right? And there are different ways that you can become more disciplined, and that's what I've shared in this slide. So the first thing is, you want to shift your identity, right? This is called from um James Clear book, Atomic Habits. If you have read Atomic Habits, you will be familiar with this particular theory. So you will turn yourself to that identity of, who you want to become. So let's say you want to exercise daily, you begin to see yourself as, I'm somebody who moves daily, or I'm somebody who exercises daily. You will not just say that, oh, I want to exercise every day. You will tell yourself that, oh, I am someone who exercises daily. Or you want to eat healthy, you will tell yourself, I am someone who eats healthy. I am, and I'm a fit farm, right? And you might even want to stick it everywhere and let people call you fit farm. So yeah, that's that. Then you also want to build systems, you not wishes. James Clear also said that you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your system. So you want to design your environment to make the right choice the easy choice. You want to maybe move around with people that align with your goals, because if you don't, if you are still moving with people that are against your goals, you might never ever move forward. You might never ever do that thing that you said you want to do. So you also want to be accountable, right? Let's say you want to start a 100-day challenge. Some of us, we announce it on social media, right? Even after that, you might want to announce to somebody that can hold you by the hand. And let's say you want to post every day by 7 p.m., 6 p.m. If they don't see your post by 6:01, they are in your DM, they are calling you. So you want to create those kind of systems and structures, because you are not overdoing it, you're just trying to help yourself. Because at the end of the day, you cannot exactly do it alone, right? Another thing on that discipline is that you should stop waiting till you feel ready. I won't lie to you, a lot of the things I have done them without feeling ready. I remember when I was about to launch my book, I felt like, what are you even doing? I did not know what I was doing, to be very honest, but I just knew that this is what God wanted me to do, and I had to do it. To be very honest, I did not have it figured out, but I was just writing, and then I published it, and it has gone on to bless lives, right? So stop waiting till you feel ready. I am of the opinion that the more you wait, or the more you waste time, the more you are making the people that you are supposed to help suffer. I don't know if you understand that part, but The readiness that you are looking for is in the doing. Sometimes some people say, okay, oh, I want to get this, I want to get that, but you might not truly know what exactly you need if you don't start, right? A lot of the other places I've spoken at, I would always say this thing: clarity comes in the doing. Start afraid, but start anyways. Just start. Start, then you will know the things to fix as you go on. So please be disciplined. Stop waiting to feel ready. That discipline of starting even before you feel ready, I'm even talking to myself now at this point, it creates the confidence that motivation promises but does not deliver. So motivation comes with all the energy, but after like 2 minutes it's gone, right? So please become somebody that moves even though they are not exactly ready. Then another thing that you want to do is the 2 minute rule. It takes less than 2 minutes to start. Start it. Start it. Don't say, I'll do it next week. I will kinikon. I will. How many of them have you done? Right? So if it's going to, for example, um let's say you want to start maybe an NGO, and you're like, okay, oh, what's the first thing I need to do? Come up with the NGO name. Fast, start looking for the name. Then tell somebody, commit to somebody that, oh, okay, oh, I'm supposed to start this NGO. I'm supposed to start this NGO, and this is the name. If by next week I have not launched it, hold me by the neck. Excuse me. So yeah, discipline over motivation anytime. Then this one is accountability without blame, and it is a very, very interesting concept. There is the ABCDE of radical ownership, right? So let me just give a story to explain this concept. Take for example, somebody fails an exam, or let's just say two different people, they fail an exam. Person A, they are like, oh, this is called, okay, so the adversity now is that they failed an exam. The belief for person A is that, um this is the score they gave me, right? Even though they did not read and stuff. Then person two, their own belief is that, hmm, so I've failed now. What could I have done wrong? You see that they are seeing it from like two aspects. Person A is saying that he's not taking full responsibility. Person A is saying that, this is the score they gave me. Right? One person B is taking responsibility and being like, what could I have done wrong? Right? What could have gone wrong? Right? And the consequence, of course, both of them will have the same consequence. Oh no, consequence, yes, how you feel and behave. Person A is nonchalant because they are like, that's the score they gave me. So they are very nonchalant. But person B is concerned. And not only are they asking, how could I, what could I have done wrong? They are also asking, what could I have done better, right? Disputation, they challenge the belief, right? So that challenging the belief is where person B that believes that he had something to do with it, or that is taking full responsibility, is now saying, okay, maybe I did not read what I was supposed to read and stuff. But you know that person A does not even believe that they have anything to do with the score that they got. They just believe that that's the score that they gave me, right? At the end of the day, person B is going to come out of that situation a changed person because of their perspective. Because he took radical ownership of that situation, is going to say, okay, oh, I didn't do so well this time. In my next exam, I will make sure to read better, and I'll make sure to read better, and even come out stronger. So the real battleground is not actually the adversity, it's the belief that you are assigned to it. Like, it is what you think about what happened. For example, let's say somebody mismanaged funds and then they go broke, right? This is another example. Somebody can say that, oh, naira is bad, the economy is bad, you are shifting the blame to another person. But if you now say, okay, I think I could have managed my money better, I think I need to upskill so that I can earn more, or I think I need to do my job better so that they can increase my salary, right? You took radical ownership of the situation, and you are going to become better for it. So I said all of this to say that yes, adversities are going to come our way, but our belief or our perspective to it is what is going to make or mar us. If you are always shifting the blame of every adversity to another person, another entity, you are not going to come out changed. You are not going to come out a better person. See, most of the time, the goal of these adversities is to strengthen us, is to make us become better, is to is to make us stronger, right? They say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I agree, right? So you want to look at every situation and say, how can I take responsibility, and how can I become a better person out of this situation? So there are always lessons to learn from every adversity, every challenge that you come through. So self leadership is you taking radical ownership, taking responsibility for whatever might have happened. And to be very honest, and to be frank, I'm not saying that every adversity that happens to you is your fault in one way or the other. But you want to look at the perspective that what exactly am I to learn from this? What actions or what can I change so that in the future the action the result can be better, right? What can I do to become better? What can I do to ensure that we are not on the same spot the next time, right? So for every challenge that hits you, you want to look for a way to become better. You want to rise out of the ashes like a phoenix. Yeah. Then this is my best part. This is my best pillar of self leadership: continuous reinvention. You don't want people that saw you yesterday to see you today and you are still the same person. You are still on the same spot. Even the world rewards people who outgrow their previous version. See, as humans, as children of God, we have not been made to stay on one spot, right? We are to always be growing. There's always more to us. There is more to us. I mean, these are not our best year yet. Our best years are ahead of us. And if we don't continuously reinvent, we might go extinct. For example, see the case of Nokia. Yeah, Nokia. Nokia was the reigning phone one time like that, and then Android came, and then they were slow to catch up, and now almost nobody uses Nokia. Do you get? So you want to always find a way to continuously reinvent yourself. That you are here in this session is very wonderful. I know that you are passionate about personal development, but as you are learning, you also want to be taking action. And I think that's one thing we are not doing in our generation. We are just learning and learning, feeding on stuff, and we are not taking action. Please, after you after you have listened to this, you might even need to listen to it again so that you can take down specific action points based on where you are now and see what exactly you can start doing. For some of us, we just need to sit down with ourselves and gauge our emotions, our actions, and our thinking, right? What we think about ourselves. For some of us, we need to start taking responsibilities for the different things that are happening to us. So, in this our lives, we must commit to seasons of deliberate discomfort. We cannot sit down in the comfort zone forever. The comfort zone, yes, is very comfortable, but it is also a deceit. And the funny thing is, sometimes some of us might not even know when we have gotten to the comfort zone, right? But you must ask yourself, what are you avoiding that deep down you need to do? Now I need to ask us this question because even me, I have an answer to this question. What is that thing that you are avoiding that deep down you know you need to do at this point in time. The reason why you are not doing that is because you are very, very comfortable in your comfort zone already. So that discomfort that you are feeling, is like a compass. It shows that you are growing. So if you do that thing that you are not willing to do, it's good. It's very, very good for you. So you must know that the greatest project of your life is you. Mm-hmm. Only you have got you. So, what does the next version of you look like? What does the next version of you think like? See, the people who rule this world, the people who get to the topmost top, there are people that they continuously reinvent themselves. Like, they see themselves as, I am a big project I have to work on. So even if they are working on their bodies physically, they're working on their minds, they're working on their spirit. You must continually improve yourself. And yes, please understand that you are three in one. You have your mind, you have your spirit, you have your soul, which is also your mind. So your mind, you feed it with books, you feed it with podcasts, right? You feed it with sermons, you feed it with good stuff, you feed it with sessions like this. For your body, of course, you eat good food, you don't eat junks, you exercise, you sleep well, you rest, right? And then you also form like healthy connections with people. Then for your spirit, of course, you have God, right? There's a void in man that only God can fill, right? There's a void in man that only God can fill. So if you don't have God, right, you are missing out big time. So you want to do a continuous reinvention of yourself. And then before we go, there are forces that steal your self leadership. There are four major forces that steal your self leadership, and of course we are naming our enemy before it catches up on us. So there is the approval trap, right? Quite a number of people, they wait on others opinions. I've been there, right? For a long time I was there. I will want to do something, I'll be waiting on so and so person to say, okay, it's good to go. Oh yes, I think it's nice, you can do this. Now if I want to do anything, sometimes even my best friend will not know what I want to do until it is done. I'm not saying that you should now start doing things behind people, but you need to understand yourself. That's why I said that self-awareness is important. So if you see yourself as somebody that is always waiting for validation, you want to shut that part of you out as fast as possible, right? So you can be so radical that you do things that people don't know until you make the announcement, right? Because yes, it's good to have people see it. It's good to have like maybe other eyes to see if what you're doing is good enough. But please, if you believe strongly in whatever you are doing, don't wait for other people's opinions. It can keep you stuck. It can keep you stuck if um if a lot of people were waiting on other people's opinions before they do stuff, they will never ever get things done. Because person A will say yes, person B will be like, I'm not sure it's good to go. That person can't show the person, he doesn't have anything doing. No, he's not saying, I think it can be better like this, and you not gonna make it better. You go and you keep working and working and working, reiterating, then at the end of the day you will not get anything done. So please, do not outsource your worth to other people's opinions. Don't wait for other people's approval to be stuck. Yes, it is good for you to like maybe be open to criticisms, but don't allow criticism to stop you, right? Another force that steal your self leadership is imposter syndrome. All of us have been here. A lot of people have been here. I don't think there's anybody, even the very high achievers that we know, that do not suffer imposter syndrome. But the antidote is not more validation, it is action no matter how you feel. I remember when I was about to launch my book, God, that imposter syndrome just came like a flood. When imposter syndrome just implodes on you, like, who are you to write a book? Who do you think you are? How can you become an author? How can you say you wrote? The imposter syndrome was mad, but you will not know. Of At some point, maybe it showed at some point, but I was like, nah, I am going to release this book. I am going to release this book. And to glory of God, I released it. And the fact that I released it did not mean that the imposter syndrome will stop, right? But the antidote is action in spite of the fear. It's okay to feel afraid. I mean, even if you don't feel afraid self, it means that maybe whatever you are doing is not big enough. Maybe you are still staying in your comfort zone. But I think the more afraid you feel, the better. But you must ensure that you take action despite of the fear that you feel. So be courageous in whatever you are doing. I am learning to ask for help now, and then I'm also telling myself that the worst thing that somebody can tell me is no when I ask them for help, right? So I am going there. If I hear no, fine. If you tell me yes, that's very, very, very good. So please, there is imposter syndrome, there is the approval trap. Don't let these things cage you from doing more for yourself. Then the comfort addiction. Comfort is the most expensive thing you can pursue. It looks safe, but it costs you your potential. I mean, there is so much more you can be. Why will you now choose to be comfortable and choose lesser than you can be? So please, let's not be addicted to comfort. Let's choose discomfort over comfort every single time, because that is where your next level is. I repeat, your next level is in the discomfort you are feeling. If you feel like, oh, I don't want to do this, I want, for example, let me tell you something that happened here today. So yesterday, I traveled, or over the weekend, I traveled for an event, and I kind of like connected with some people. But there was this person I wanted to connect with that I met him physically, but I didn't collect his number physically. And then this afternoon, I was like, we're on the same WhatsApp group. I'm on the same WhatsApp group as this person. I can just send him a DM from my from the WhatsApp group. But I kept overthinking it. I was like, why? Why should I? It was just funny. But that was me trying to stay in my comfort zone. Online, it's just like cowardice, that kind of thing. But I did it anyways. Now I've connected with them. And I know that, subsequently we can help each other with one or two things. So I just wanted to let us know that please don't be addicted to comfort. If something is uncomfortable, that's exactly what you should do. Of course, if it's a good thing. I not say you should do bad things though. So the next force that can steal your self-leadership is the victim narrative. Yeah, victim thinking. We've treated that in pillar 4, right? When you remove the responsibility and power. But the moment you own your response, the moment you own the story, you move from next time they will not have a lower score in their exam, right? So and self-leadership creates a ripple. Self-leadership is not only for you. Self-leadership is not only for you. It's a means of serving the world, right? It's a very, very interesting concept. For example, majority of the very good leaders that you see and you admire, they are a result of self-leadership. People like okay, let's know P. Daniel of RCCG Church. If you listen to his story, you will know that he didn't have it all rosy and all, but he chose an uncomfortable path. And now we see him and celebrate him today. See his wife, Seth. His wife, as a married woman, because it is not easy in any way. So in this world though, you will do hard things. You would actually do hard things. That's where the beauty of the world is. The beauty of the world is in doing hard things. Because if you go down the easy routes, you'll just become like everybody else. So if you want to stand out, you want to live a life of purpose, you want to live a life that even after you have gone, people will still keep talking about you. It's self leadership. Oh, it's self leadership is not only for you. So in your family they follow your energy, they don't follow, your words, right? It's especially if maybe you're a parent or something. If you are if you cannot manage yourself, how will you manage your children? Right? Even in your place of work, if you have self leadership and you are, doing your work well, and you're getting praise, you're getting all the accolades, people will want to be like you, right? And majority of our good leaders, the good leaders that we have in this country, it's self leadership that got them there. See Ibukun Awoshika now. You would have heard her story a lot of time. It's self leadership, doing taking the uncommon path, choosing to do the hard things. That's self leadership. So I'll conclude by saying that the world has enough followers. The world has a lot of followers waiting for great leaders. But great leaders cannot emerge if they don't lead themselves first. So if you are going to become one of the great leaders in this world, you have to master self leadership. Tell yourself what you need to do and get to do it. And the time is now. I trust that we have enjoyed this, and I think I will now take our questions. Thank you so much for indulging me. I trust that we have had a good time.
Can we hear me? Can we hear me? If that session was that, I don't even know what to call that session. That session was wow for me. Please, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? That session was wow for me. That session was wow for me. Like, my God, thank you so much. Juliet said it was everything we needed. It's like Juliet,
Okay, I
that is
think
true.
Juliet is trying to join. So please send in your questions. Let me
Can you
know
hear
what
me?
stood out for you. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Dumoni. Thank you. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. Let me tell you what people are saying. Juliet said it was everything that she needed. Juliet said it was everything that she needed. Again, Juliet said it was a reset. She said it was a reset. Shalom said it was a mental shift, really. That was what Shalom said. Shalom said it was a mental shift, really. If you can hear me right now, please, I want you to drop in the comments how was the session for you. Sheonola said it was a mindset shift, really. Even I myself, I can attest to the fact that it was a mindset shift for me. Like, I can attest to it that it was a mindset shift for me. Thank you so much. And mommy, we want to see your face, so because we have questions, we have questions. One of the things that you said that really stood out for me. What did you say? What did you say? Can you hear me? Please, can you guys hear me? Okay, our network is lagging. You guys, one of the things that she said that really stood out for me is the fact that she said that self leadership is actually like is a gift. Like, what did she say? Is a gift to the world. Like, you actually studied the world. Okay, you are back. Like you said,
Yes, yes, yes. I'm
self.
back now.
All right. You said through self leadership. Like self leadership is one of the ways through which we actually serve the world, because it is not only for you. Like
Yeah,
when you said that, I was like, oh, and then you started giving examples. That means that for any and every great person you see, is because that person took their self leadership seriously. Like they were intentional with their self leadership, and that is why I can say they inspire me today. Like, can you imagine?
exactly.
Can you imagine that? So for
Exactly.
anybody and
That's it.
everybody that inspire you and I today, that person is an evidence of their self leadership. Like,
Exactly.
how
Yeah.
mind blown is that? Like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am going to go back to this video. I'm going to watch it again. I am going to watch it again, and I'm going to like take
Please,
notes.
everybody should
I'm
watch
going to
it again. Everybody should watch it again and take notes
everybody
and
like
take
it's
action.
exactly. This week, we are all going to be sharing what stood out for us. I want you to even go to your social media platforms, your Instagram, your LinkedIn. Go to that place and go and share what stood out for you from this particular session. I am also going to do that on my LinkedIn. I'm going to share it on my LinkedIn. You know, I shared about this session on my LinkedIn today, and someone sent me a DM that, oh, I would love to be a part of this. I would love to be a part of. I said, ah, yes, you have to be a part of it. And just like I said yesterday, one of the reasons why I had to, when this topic came to my mind, Dumomi was the best person. Like I did not have second choice. It was like, and funny enough, listening to what you just taught today, that is a testament to what you just taught today. Because it is as a result of your self leadership, you have become a go to, a top voice when we talk about people who are doing well, people who are in the growth industry doing well. It is as a result of your own personal self leadership that has now made you a top voice. And I'm really, really excited. I'm really, really excited that I have you to teach on this today. Now, Dumomi, I have a
Thank you for
question here.
having
I have a
me.
question here. Thank you. I have a question here. Seun said, how do I move past emotional and mental breakdown? You have been doing something consistently for at least 3 months, building discipline and moving past points where you no longer feel motivated to do anything. How do you ensure that that doesn't happen again? And how do you also build self mastery, not allowing your emotions control you? Let's just say, I think the latter part of the question has already is like the how will I call it? Is like the totality of the question, which is how do you build mastery, not allowing your emotions to control you? Please, can you speak to that real quick? Thank you.
Can I
Hello, Jumami, can you hear us? Jumami, can you hear us? Oh, guys, we lost Jumami there. We lost Jumami there. So sorry about that. I think she might be trying to join. We lost Dumomi there. We lost Dumomi there. She might be trying to join. She might be trying to join. Okay, guys. Okay, she's back. The mommy is back. The mommy is back. The
I'm
mommy is
sorry,
back.
guys. Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Yes, we can
Okay.
hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I think I'll just go
Please, you
ahead
can go ahead and answer.
the question. Okay, so I think that what is good for you is a constant reminder of why you are doing what you are doing. You need a constant reminder. Yes, you will have seasons of mental breakdown, and when you go into that mode of emotional and mental breakdown, you will need to speak to somebody. So don't keep things to yourself. Please speak to people, right? Talk to people that you can talk to. You have maybe your best friend, if you think your best friend can help. Now you don't want to go speaking to everybody. You want to speak to people that have your answers, people that can help. You can have a coach or a mentor. You just know how to gauge it. It's not everybody that you can speak to when you are dealing with things like this, right? See, I've been there. Everybody will have like seasons that they would maybe go back to what they were not doing before, or just not do anything, and that's like tiredness, right? That's a form of, that's your spirit, soul, and body telling you that they need some rest. So you might need to retreat. Now, is either you retreat or you relax. Your retreating can involve just rest. Like you are not doing anything for like 1 or 2 days. Now, that you are retreating does not now mean that you are now scrolling on social media, or you are just whiling away time. It can be purposeful too. You can rest, listen to slow music, and just maybe journal or something, right? Don't waste all of the time on social media, because social media is stimulating in of in itself, and you also want to search within you what is causing it. Is it that you think that other people are way ahead of you, and then you are just on one spot? Because that can be the case too, right? So you want to search within yourself, like, why am I feeling the way I'm feeling? And if you think it's tiredness, you just rest, you retreat, or you relax, go somewhere different, and then you come back feeling very refreshed. I think there's another part of the question that I cannot see here. If you can like help to put it up. Okay. Okay, how do you ensure that it doesn't happen again? It will happen. It would happen because, I mean, our energy is finite. It's not like something that goes on forever and ever and ever. So it will happen. It is kind of like bound to happen. So one thing you want to do is to refresh, and then building self mastery, not allowing your emotions control you. That's like another master class on its own, right? Building self mastery against emotions is deep stuff. It's emotional intelligence plus mental. It's just a lot, right? I'm not sure like I'll be able to unpack it in this class, but one thing that you can do is just to keep reminding yourself of who you are, who you see yourself as, or like who you are and what you think about yourself. So if you think that if you say to yourself, I am not an angry person, if you get angry, you tell yourself, I'm not an angry person, I cannot allow my anger to control me, and then you just let it go, right? You let whatever is happening with you go. For a long time I say myself, I don't get angry, I don't get angry, I don't get angry. Then somebody maybe kind of like took advantage of that fact that I don't get angry, and then they kind of wanted to make me a bitter person, right? But I had to tell myself I'm not a bitter person, so I cannot become a bitter person because of this. So is that constant reminder, first establishing the kind of emotions that you feel, then always reminding yourself that, oh, you are this person, you are not this person. Yeah, I think that's it. Does anybody have another question? I'm coming. I need to like do something about my lighting, but if you have any question, please drop it in the chat box. Does anybody have any other question so that maybe the host can come and end the
Can you hear
session?
me? I'm back. Can you
Yes,
hear
yes,
me?
yes.
Can
I
you hear
can hear
me?
you.
All right, thank you. Looks like we might have to like come back. We might have to come back again to come and ask you to come and teach us something so much, some more. Come and give us some more. Thank you so much for showing up today. Thank you so much for sharing with us today. I can see from the comments that Shehu Shalom is our most active, and when I say active, like I mean
Yes, Sharon Shalom, you did so well. Thank you for engaging tonight. I don't know. Maybe before she comes, um, you can follow me on social media. Dunmomi on Instagram, TikTok, uh, Twitter. But yeah, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel too. I have a YouTube channel. Same name, Dunmomi Durojaiye on YouTube. Then if you want to connect with me on WhatsApp, that's fine too. You can ask Miss Tolu Akemi for my phone number. So I don't know if Miss Tolu wants to end the call now, but yeah, I wanted to like recommend some resources on self leadership, based on the like different angles, different pillars that we discussed. So, for discipline, I don't know if you're taking notes, but for discipline, over motivation, you might want to read How to Finish Whatever You Start, then Execution, then another book is Mindset by Carol Dweck. Another book is Atomic Habits. I mean, very, very popular. Then which other book? Which other book? This other book. Those are the ones I can really remember for now. If I have more or on my list, I will like let you know. So good night, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. I don't know what the issue is with Miss Sulu and Kemi, but I think I'll just wait for her. Who else is on the call? I would like to meet you. You can just say hi and maybe something that stood out to you in the call tonight. Thank you so much for having me, and I really do not take it for granted. And I'm glad that a lot of us enjoyed the class from what I have seen. So we want to share the recording with other people so that they can learn too. I think Miss Tolu is back. She's changed to her phone.
hear me.
Yes, 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 we can
Can you
hear
hear
you.
me?
Yes, we can hear
Ah,
you.
I'm so this network is don't even I don't have comments. Okay, so I'm so sorry about the network, but we'll be rounding off now. Thank you so much, Mr. Mommy. I'll be sharing your details with the people in the group. I'll be sharing your WhatsApp number, your Instagram page. She has a YouTube channel, guys, and her YouTube channel is her Instagram page.
We can't hear you. I cannot hear you. Something happened to the audio.
Like the way she
It's better now. It has
can
come
hear
back.
me.
It has
How
come
about
back.
now?
Yeah, we can hear you
Can
now.
you hear me now? Can you hear
Yes,
me
yes,
now?
yes.
Okay, okay. All right. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. Like I was just explaining to us that I'll be sharing Miss Dumomi's details on the group with everybody. I'll be sharing her details with us. I'll be sharing our WhatsApp number, Instagram link. Guys, I'm back. So let me just conclude that I'll be sharing all our details with everybody. Our Instagram link, our YouTube link, our WhatsApp contact number. I'll be sharing with you guys on our When she asked me, I told her, I think she was made the effort, and that was
We cannot hear you. I cannot. I don't know why. No. Yeah, I can hear you now. I don't know. Are you using an earpiece or something? Is I don't know. Maybe it's the mic, your phone or something. I don't know. It's not clear. It's not loud. I think it's
why
back now.
now?
It's back now. It's back now.
Is
Sorry.
is
Sorry.
back now. Okay, so let me
Yeah.
just put it out there that Miss Dumami, we want you to autograph a copy of your book for Sheun Shalom. We want you to autograph a copy of your book for Sheun Shalom on behalf of the Becoming More conference. We would love to gift her a copy of your
Oh,
book as one of the most active participants of your session today. Please, so we would love you to autograph it. We'll sort out the details with you and we'll send it to her. And
oh, that's really nice. Congratulations, Sheon Shalom. You have won yourself a copy of.
thank you so much for
All right, ma. Okay. We'll sort out the details.
guys. Guys, I really sincerely do not know what to say, but I hope you guys can hear me when I say this, right? The network has not been encouraging. I'm so sorry about that. If you are watching the replay, you can make sure you drop a comment. Let me know if you are watching the replay. Sheunlola, you have won a copy of Miss Dumomi's book. You have won a copy of her book. We are going to get it across to you. And then Miss Dumomi would love for you to autograph it so that we can send it to her. I hope you can hear me. And if you cannot, I'll talk to you in the DM. Thank you so much for 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 accepting our invite. Thank you for honoring our invitation. We do not take it for granted. God
Thank you for
bless you.
having me.
We are going to be watching we are going to be watching the play of this session, and we are going to be sharing with you the things that we learned. Thank you so much for coming. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. All right. So guys, that is it for today. That is it for this week. Every week, next week, we have another amazing person that will be showing up. Like, guys, we have another person that will be showing up next week. You don't want to miss it. Do not miss it. I'm going to say it again. Don't miss it. You can see how today was hot. You can see how today was amazing. You can see how today was impactful. Like, oh, see, self leadership is a gift you can give to the world. The world is waiting on your self leadership. The world is waiting on the result of your self leadership. Everybody that inspire you today, everybody that you are looking at today that is inspiring you is as a result of their self leadership. So, what will you do today that the world can reward you for in the future? That is a question I want you to go back after today's session to. I want you to go back to it. Thank you so much for joining. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Please click on the subscribe button. If you are watching the replay, I want you to drop a comment to say, I watched the replay and I enjoyed it. It's like come your way next time. My name is the Global Toluwakemi. God bless you. See you. Bye bye.